Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another HH Aviation video. The first video in a while, to be honest with you. We've been very inactive over here on the YouTubes. We're very active on the Twitch, so make sure to give that a follow if you haven't already. No webcam today, as we're going to be doing a review on the wonderful Punta Gorda airport by Simsoft today. They sent it over to me and asked me to do a review, so massive thank you to Simsoft. Honestly, you're an absolute bunch of legends. So today guys, a little bit of context on Punta Gorda airport. It's a public airport 3 miles east of Punta Gorda in the Charlotte County in Florida. So yeah, and it's mainly used for general aviation, but has seen some scheduled airline services with flights offered from airlines such as Allegiant Air to 51 destinations. So mix of general aviation and commercial airport today, however mainly general aviation. For those of you who want to get the airport, it is around 10 euros, 11 euros, 11 US dollars, 9 British pounds and 74 CNY. I do not know what currency that is, but it's on Sim Market. I'll put the link in the description. But yeah, without further ado, let's head into more detail on this airport by Simsoft. Okay ladies and gentlemen, so heading down from our little point of view here, I'm going to speed up the camera just a tad. There we go. So heading down from our little point of view here, we're going to focus on the terminal building to begin with, as we normally do in our reviews. So initial thoughts on the terminal building: it looks very well modelled, it doesn't look very pixelated at all. We've got some nice clear fence here, and if we head over, you can see that it's very nicely done. Not the best, but for the price, it's definitely up there. And with GSX coming within the few later months, this could be definitely pretty cool to see some passengers walking through here all the way to the terminal building, which if you head in here. So I'm going to slow down the camera so we can get a nicer, more detailed look. So yeah, on the terminal building, it's very nicely modelled. It doesn't look too blurry, it doesn't look bad on the eyes. If we head inside, there is no inside terminal, but nevertheless, you still can get some cool outside shots like we'd like to do from our Jetstream signs and antennas and stuff like that. So yeah, very, very cool on this terminal building. If we head to the front, we can see that they've took the time out to display the arrivals and give us a very nicely modelled outside here. However, if you're flying around in your little aeroplane, as this is mainly general aviation, you're not really going to see this, but it's a nice touch, and I respect the fact that they've done that. So yeah, here you go, Punta Gorda Airport, Bailey Terminal. And then if we head down here, we've got departures, ticketing, all gates. They've gone into that extra detail, and we can sort of see inside here, no terminal interior, but that is not needed for something of this caliber. And then as you can see, some hangars and a little Shell Aviation logo here, so even gone into the details on that. Okay, so making our way quickly actually over to the front of the airport. As you can see, they've done a nice little car park for us. And something to pay attention to is that the majority of the cars are different, they're not just modelled in every car. So yeah, very nice little added touch. The car park looks very busy, it brings life to the airport, and they've gone into detail with it as well in terms of not just throwing in a bunch of cars. They've put a few odds outs here and there, done some lampposts and everything like that, and put some rocks in, which looks pretty cool. And then the front car park here as well, they've put some nice trees, some more cars. This one's a bit more detailed than the front one, which leads me to presume that that front one was actually done by the developer. But yeah, very nicely modelled some cars out here to bring some life to the front of the airport, which is definitely what we want to see and everything like that. And then if we head over here into the rental car centre, we've got some even more cars parked over here. So yeah, it looks pretty good. And I've just struck my attention over to here. It would appear that we actually have the airport bringing out into the car park here with some more general aviation points. So we can really start to see the general aviation kicking in this airport here, and see stuff like that. But let's make our way over to the main airport. Have a look at the taxiways. Have a look at some other parts of the airport. Some further detail in terms of the realism of the taxiways. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and starting off with a little dirty frame there from the air traffic control tower. I'll upload a chart of the Navigraph charts here, just to show you what I'm referencing. But having a look, obviously there's no actual parking stands chart, so we can't see how identical these are. But from a general view, these look very accurate, and the runways are modelled correctly over here. So we'll take a look at the runway numbers. Actually, here we go. We've got the ground chart. So 1533, if you look at the charts, is correct. And then we've got a small one on the left, which is 927. So we'll go have a quick look over there. Now we'll speed up the cameras, zoom around the airport nice and quickly. So we've got number 9 and number 27, size appropriate to the charts as well, and then another runway correction over here, 22, for which you'll see on the chart is also correct here. So absolutely modelled correctly, which is what we need for an airport here. So nice touch, Simsoft, which is what I mean, everyone should be doing that, but yeah. So the charts, you can see the little modelled paths and everything like that go out the airport and everything like that. The control tower is all modelled in the correct place, and it's not just thrown on for the sake of it. So yeah, ground textures, very good, VATSIM approved, very nice. And yeah, the gates look very well done. You can see the size of where the wings should end and everything like that. And we've got some airport ground life looking on the ground here with the little models, these little luggage carts here. So very nice. Got some trolleys here and everything like that, a little baggage loader. So bringing some life to the airport with the ground vehicles. But this is how it looks like with just, well, clear skies. But how's it going to look like in the other weather formats? So let's get into that and have a little look-sees. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now welcome to a rainy Punta Gorda. As you can see, the airport, very low visibility, but the lights are all here. Green lights for the taxiways, the blue lights on the edge of the runway, as well as the white lights at the start of the runway. The lights are all here if we break out of the low level clouds. And the modelling still looks very, very nice. As you can see, some little rain marks on the runway here as they fall down. So you can see the lights of the runway here, zooming down there and zooming down there as to give the pilots a little check of where the runway is. So imagine we're coming in here, there's the pappies, and then touching down. So they can see the runway lights very nicely. The runway is very, very nicely outlined with the green lights on the taxiways marking the paths to go to. Now, in terms of lighting at the terminal, let's go have a look at that. We've got not much lighting down here on the terminal, which is sad to see. But then again, there's not much lighting needed. It would be nicer if these started displaying some lighting, these little lights here, but unfortunately they do not. But for the price, that's not really expected. But yeah, so this is what it looks like in rainy. Very well modelled still, very nice looking. Honestly would not stop me from flying here. Maybe in the future Simsoft, maybe just a little bit of lighting from these lampposts. But other than that, the taxiways are all lit up. Everything that's needed to be lit up is lit up. It would have just been a nice little touch to have these. And even the weather radar is lighting up here, as you can see. Oh, it's going to stop now, like I said it, isn't it? There we go. But yeah, let's head into, okay, and out of the rain and into the snow. As you can see, some of the rain from this is still left over. But here we are in the snow. So, as you can see now, the whole of this top terminal, I don't believe it. I'm going to just double check, so I really don't want to get this wrong for you guys. So, Okay, no, it was. So, snow, and we'll bring the clouds up and bring you down. There we go. So yeah, the roof looks a lot more whiter than what it does normally, which sometimes can be a little bit too bright. But taken away from the terminal, the ground looks very, very cool, I must admit. Here you can see like outlines of where the planes have been, and like little sketch marks and where it would have fallen around the different sized wings and everything like that. And you can see like the outlines on the gates and everything like that, which is very, very cool, I must admit. And like here you go, the little outlines of where the wings would go. Yeah, so all the buildings look very, very white, and they look quite default in the snow, which I suppose isn't Simsoft's fault, but MFS's, which is quite upsetting for the developers here. But the runways are nicely laid out. The whole airfield is covered in snow, barring the runways, which is perfectly fine. And yeah, if we head over to the car park as well, you can see that the snow has fallen onto the cars and it's all scattered around in the car park and the roads, which is a very nice touch. And it's even scattered around in the trees, which looks quite cool, considering I'm pretty sure 9 times out of 10 they wouldn't get snow here. But yeah, the airport looks very good. This bit, a little bit plain here. I wonder why the snow's just not falling at all here. Maybe that's Simsoft, maybe that's Microsoft Flight Sim, I do not know. So do excuse me on that. But it looks very nicely done, and yeah, very, 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 very nice. I'm glad that there's no... Oh, right, okay. I was about to say I'm glad that there's no snow under here. I suppose it could have fallen at an angle, but at the same time, I'm not sure there'd be this much snow underneath here. So maybe Simsoft, if you're able to, make it so if it does snow, the snow does not go under here, under a roof, may I add. But yeah, that's under here probably, because it would probably just fall straight in, like on an angle. But it could probably do that here too, but I'm not sure. But let's head into the next one, which is Storm, before we then change the time of day to night, and start to give our final thoughts and everything like that. So here we go, changing it into Storm. Okay, and stormy, stormy, storm. Honestly, initial thoughts, I'd say this has been my favourite time of day at all, because like the weather, the airport just looks amazing. It doesn't look too bright, it doesn't look too dark, and it just looks very, very nice and gloomy, and whoa, it looks stunning. So we've got some lightning over there. Runways are all lit up as you'd expect, because of like obviously the clouds. Taxiways are all lit up, and the buildings are no longer very like all just white. As you can see, their roofs have gone back now, because they're no longer in snow. But yeah, it's going to be a nice brief one on this one, but I really like this, you know, I really like it. The lighting on the taxiways and runways is needed. Obviously there's none on the terminal, as we discovered, or at least not yet. But I like this quite a bit. Honestly, if I was to fly here, I'd think I'd have to fly in Storm. It just looks, it's just got a mood about it. It's just got a mood about it. But yeah, so let's head into night time before we continue the rest of our review. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now welcome to a bit of night time here at Punta Gorda. And as you can see, the lights that we've been requesting to come on have now come on. So clearly they're nighttime only, but the lighting around the terminal looks very dim, very gloomy, but also very realistic. You don't want it to light up the whole thing. I like the way that the light's bouncing off this roof here, especially as there's a white surface, so it would bounce off, and it's not like spilling. The car park's nicely lit, not too bright, not too dark, you know, and the building here, it's not just in complete darkness, it's got a very nice like glow to it, which is very, very nice. The roads are all lit up as they would be, and if we come to the front of the airport, the Punta Gorda airport side is nice and lit up as well. Let's head inside here. Where's our plane? And look at our plane over there, absolutely stunning. I love flying at night time. Right, now looking at the taxiways, we can only see the green lights here and there. They're a little bit stark here, but as you start to line up, if you're coming on a plane, you'll see all these in a straight line, just not from the side. Runways could do with maybe a little bit more lighting, but I suppose you'd have that with your landing lights and stuff like that. I swear normally you're meant to have like lighting in the centre of the runway as well, but here we've only got the edge. But as I said, this wouldn't, well, I've not said this, but this airport, as detailed by Simsoft, is mainly a general aviation airport, so you wouldn't really get much flying here at night anyway, so it's not that big of a deal really, because you'll mainly be flying when the conditions are like alright and everything like that, in terms of you can see the runway because it's daytime and everything like that. But yeah, very, very nice, very enjoyable, very, very clean. And yeah, it's a little bit dark, but as I said, it's a general aviation airport, Simsoft stated, so you shouldn't really be expecting some international or commercial lighting here. Although a few airlines do serve out of here, I don't think many of them would fly out at night. And the terminal area is very lit up anyways, and the taxiways are lit up to the point where you know where you're going. So yeah, it's acceptable, it's acceptable. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so here are my final thoughts for this product. For this product, for the price, which is around £10 British, I reckon it's pretty average. It's good, and it's better than the majority of sceneries I've actually seen out there for £10 British. Obviously I've seen some out there which are amazing for £10 British, which compete with even the highest of products, but obviously that's very limited. Simsoft, I think you've done an amazing job on an airport that not many developers have done, and I think that hopefully this brings a lot more attention to your product. It's good, and it gives some extra life to the airport rather than just a default scenery, and for £10 British, that's honestly not that much. So Simsoft, fair play, you've done pretty well, to be honest with you. I can't say this is like out of this world, oh my god, like it's amazing, everything like that, because it is only a small little GA airport pretty much for general aviation. Obviously I don't know what many general aviation airports look like, where I mainly focus on commercial, but Simsoft, still, I really appreciate you sending this over, and I hope this review was up to your standard. So yeah, guys, I recommend this airport. I'm not going to not recommend it, and I'm not because I've been sent this over, but because this is an airport that I can recommend, because it's good quality, it looks alright, and it's good for the price. The price is a major thing that we have to pay attention to here, guys, because we can't be like, oh, it's absolutely terrible, like, look at any build Heathrow. Yeah, but look at the price of any build Heathrow as well. So, Simsoft, honestly, you've absolutely smashed it. Thank you very much for sending this over. And we hope to do some more reviews on your airports when they further come out. So, without further ado, guys, that's going to be all. I do apologise for the lack of videos. I want to do more, but I'm stuck on ideas, and I've just been enjoying streaming a lot more recently. Make sure to stick around though, and do pay attention to my Twitch and join the Discord. Link will be in the description, because we are planning to do a 26-hour charity stream coming soon. So yeah, that'll be very, very good. But without further ado, guys, I do wish you all the best. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!